Hey gang, so today we're going to take a look at snowshoes. What we got here are two different types of snowshoes. Actually, they're the same type of snowshoe, completely different brands and material in which they're made of. This snowshoe over here is made by Tubbs. Tubbs have been around for a long time. I believe since 1906. They started in Maine. I can't remember the town in Maine, but they've been around for a super long time. And this is a little pricier snowshoe with a lot more quality. This snowshoe over here is an Amazon snowshoe. This is a couple $100 to between $200 and $300, and this snowshoe is less than $100. So we're going to take a look at what are the differences between these two snowshoes and what can you expect when you're using them. To be honest, this snowshoe is one that I bought this year. I haven't snowshoed in many years. With my congestive heart failure, I was told I need to get out, get more activity in. So when wintertime came, I'd been hiking trails already. I needed to get something so I could stay out. So I needed a snowshoe. So I just found something inexpensive to get myself back into the game. And I picked up this snowshoe off of Amazon. This snowshoe here is a friend of mine's snowshoe, a guy I hunt with and spend some time with. Dan allowed me to check out his snowshoes and just do a comparison between the two. So one of the things that you can see right up front is a difference in frame design. The inexpensive snowshoe has just a flat design at the back of the snowshoe for the frame. The Tubbs panoramic snowshoe has a bent up tail on the frame. Tubbs call this snowshoe frame design the Step Fit 2.0. And the reason they have it tipped up in the back is it's going to help reduce fatigue in your hips, your knees, and your ankles. And they claim roughly 5% improvement on the impact and fatigue. So that's considerable if you're putting on some miles. Next is the decking. On the inexpensive snowshoe, the Amazon snowshoe, it's kind of a hard plastic material. It does have some flex and give to it, but it's a hard plastic, so it can tear and rip and whatever. It's gonna give way after a while. The Tubbs panoramic uses what they call a soft tech material. It's a rubber material, and it's a layered rubber. You can tell that there's rubber on the top side, the bottom side, and there's some type of fabric in the middle. So this is going to give a nice soft feel and very good durability over time. And also, it's a thinner material than what the cheap Amazon plastic material is. So it's going to give it a little bit of a lighter weight feel as well. So yeah, that's the difference in decking. The panoramic has got a nice big plastic area that has some traction to it, where this has got a little aluminum piece with some ridge to help hold your foot in place. But one of the big differences you're going to notice in the heel is that the panoramic has what Tubbs call the active lift. This is for when you're walking up a steeper hill. Instead of your foot going all the way down and you have a huge angle, this will help reduce that angle, which is going to help calf muscle fatigue and Achilles tendon strain. It's a really nice feature when you're climbing a hill, and that just clicks up and down. So the buckle system between the two, the panoramic has this quick release buckle, and then this just slides back and forth. This also has a big buckle at the end, so it cannot slide through, so this is always in place. So when you slide your foot in, you just pull and close, and that's all there's to it. On this system, and this here also is very nice thick rubber, so it'll give a long last. On the Amazon snowshoe, it's just a fabric material, has a little rubber piece that will go around the back of your boot on your heel. But then it just has a clip buckle that goes in, and you can pull. You go ahead and pull to your desired position. So two different systems. This you have to completely undo. This one you just take that easy buckle, slide that back, and step out. Oh, and one other feature about this system is the Tubbs has this spot right here where you can take your tail end and secure it in place so it's not flopping about. Where on this, the Amazon one, there is no place to put your tail end, so that could be just flopping all over the place. Alright, next we're going to take a look at the bindings. On the Amazon binding, you can see we just have two straps. They do have a ratcheting system. And then to release it, you just lift this knob here, and you can move this back and forth. So you step in, you ratchet it tight, both toe and further back on your foot. The one thing I've noticed, I've put a few miles on this snowshoe, and the one thing that I've noticed is this toe strap likes to fall off the front of your toe. So one of the things I've been doing to help hold it in place is I just run a small piece of paracord to hold that back from falling over the toe of the shoe. So that is a con, definitely, with this inexpensive snowshoe. The other thing that I've had to do is this comes at a pretty long length, which is fine because it allows for different size boots, but I've had to cut this several times because when you're buckling it and ratcheting it, it'll hit the deck or hit the frame, and then it won't tighten anymore. So to allow proper tightening and proper fit, you may have to trim the ends of your ratchet or the end of your strap. So the front end of the binding on the Tubbs Panoramic has the BOA system. It's very, very easy to work. You just lift this up and then you pull forward, and these strands just release and open up. So that makes it easy for stepping in and stepping out. This also has an EVA foam to give better comfort on your foot when it's ratcheted down. The other thing I do like about this snowshoe is the way it comes around the front of your toe. There is no way for the front of your toe to become loose like I get experience with the Amazon snowshoe. So then once you step in to the binding, you push the BOA dial down and you just rotate it until it tightens down on your boot. So now you can see, looking at the top deck of both snowshoes, the difference in quality. This has the Soft-Tech rubber, so it gives you a nice soft feel. This is a harder plastic material. The heel has, on the Tubbs, has the active lift system to help on uphill grades, where this does not. The easy buckle system for your heel strap, plus tail end hook to keep things clean, where this is just a simple buckle with a cloth material and no place to secure your tail end. And then obviously the dynamic fit on here compared to the plastic ratchet strap on the front end of the snowshoe. So big difference in the top side of the two snowshoes. Okay, on the back of the snowshoe you can see there's a big difference in quality as well. You can see on the toe crampon on the Amazon shoe, it's aluminum. This is a carbon steel on the Tubbs snowshoe. The crampon here is hooked to just a rubber strap that goes all the way around the shoe, where the Tubbs has got a rubber strap on either side, and that's connected to two studs, which has a steel rod going through to either end. Now this system has got a limiter to it, so your toe or your foot can only rotate so far forward. The other thing that's really nice about this system is it doesn't give you much lateral movement, so your heel is going to stay in a neutral position whether you're on the side hill or you get in weird terrain where your foot's getting cocked over or whatever. This is a very, very strong system to keep your foot from moving side to side. Where with the Amazon, you've got the rubber strap, and it actually allows a lot of movement from side to side. So those side hill crossings, you will be walking with your foot on an angle to the snowshoe from that pressure. So that is a big, big difference in quality. This, what they call the R2 rotation limiter activation system, and the tubs. Big, big difference in quality between these two in that area. And then you can notice on the heel for traction, this has got nice points. It's still aluminum, but it goes down on the slope. So if you're on hard packed or ice, you're only going to get the top, maybe the first or second one making the traction, where on the tubs it's flat all the way across, or the same height for your point, so you're going to get a lot more positive traction on an icy surface or a hard packed surface than you will with this snowshoe. And there's a lot more length as well, so you're going to have a very positive, confident feel on a hard packed or ice with the tub snowshoe. So one of the things I wanted to mention too about the tub snowshoe, it is foot specific, and it's marked on the binding. This is for the left foot, and it actually is designed, it has the proper curvatures to go on your boot that would match your left foot, and the right for the right foot, where with the inexpensive Amazon snowshoe, it doesn't matter what foot you put it on, it's going to feel the same. It's not foot specific. Alright, now that we've taken a quick look at the two snowshoes, I just wanted to do a couple things. I'm going to go ahead and put them on so you can see the difference while they're on the foot. Then I also want to go to a little hill that I know that's right here, and go on the hill and try this activeless system to see how that responds on the hill. So let's go ahead and take a look at these snowshoes while they're on the foot. Okay, so what we did was we put the tub snowshoe on one foot, the inexpensive Amazon snowshoe on the other foot, and we're going to go ahead and go to a hill. I want to compare the active lift system on a Tubbs panoramic snowshoe to the Amazon snowshoe with no active lift system on it. The other thing I wanted to look at was the lateral movement on a side hill with both snowshoes. So let's go check that out. Alright gang, so what are my thoughts on these two snowshoes? I can tell you this for sure, the Tubbs Panoramic gives a lot more confident feel than the inexpensive Amazon shoe. Even just walking on slight grades, downhill grades, I was finding I was getting less traction on the hard packed with the Amazon shoe than I was with the Tubbs Panoramic. So the Tubbs Panoramic definitely in that condition performed better. Climbing up the hill, having that active lift system really improved my confidence in going up the hill. The Amazon shoe, you could see my leg was stretched heavily, the calf was stretched, and it just did not give me a confident feel on the hill. So that active lift system really makes a difference in that area. But then also between the two shoes, with the heel on the Panoramic having a flatter surface where the points are all even, across, as opposed to the Amazon shoe where you have a really tall point, a shorter point, and a really short point. I found myself on a side hill having better traction with the Panoramic because I was getting a lot more surface area grabbing the snow or grabbing the hard packed and grabbing the ice. So several areas. Oh, and this dynamic fit system on the Panoramic, the R2 rotation limiter actuation system, them two things combined at the front of your foot just really give a super confident feel on that snowshoe. Whether you're climbing a hill, you're on the side terrain or uneven terrain even, your foot just feels super neutral and has a positive feel continuously. I'd have to say the Tubbs snowshoe is way better quality to the inexpensive Amazon snowshoe. And I look forward in the future purchasing a pair myself. Dan, thank you so much for allowing me to take a look at your Tubbs Panoramic snowshoe and having the opportunity to do a comparison video between my inexpensive Amazon snowshoe and your Tubbs Panoramic snowshoe. Alright gang, thanks for coming to take a look at these two snowshoes with me. And gang, remember, like and subscribe. It really helps the channel.